This is why Tyler Robinson shot Charlie Kirk. On September 10th, 2025, Charlie Kirk was speaking at Utah Valley University in Orem. Midway through his American Comeback Tour event, a single rifle shot cracked from a rooftop 200 yards away. Kirk was hit in the neck, rushed to the hospital, and later died. Police soon arrested 22-year-old Tyler Robinson. He wasn't a UVU student. He had grown up in a small Utah town, brilliant but isolated, feeling mocked by the online world Kirk helped shape. For months, he brooded in silence, telling himself no one listened to quiet voices. Robinson studied the venue, picked his perch, and carried a rifle he'd hidden the night before. In his mind, the bullet would send a message. But when he pulled the trigger and the crowd screamed, only emptiness hit him back. He dropped the gun and fled, already haunted by what he'd done, the echo of that single shot chasing him forever. Charlie Kirk is survived by his wife, Erica Fransby, and their 2 young children. In the days after the shooting, they've joined friends and supporters at vigils across Utah, mourning deeply and calling for justice. Here's why Tyler Robinson said he doesn't regret the killing of Charlie Kirk. Just days after his arrest and transfer to the investigation center, Tyler shocked everyone with his words. Instead of showing remorse, he calmly stated that he would do it all over again. According to him, he did the right thing and was simply carrying out a plan that had been set in motion long before him. His statement immediately sparked outrage and division. Some see him as a heartless man without a conscience, while others believe he wasn't acting alone, that he was just a pawn being pushed forward by powerful people. He allegedly repeated several times that everything was prearranged and that he never would have been in this position if it weren't for them. America is now buzzing with questions about what really lies behind his attitude. Is he just trying to justify his actions, or does he truly believe it was part of a bigger mission? His cold words have only added more confusion and stirred up even more speculation. One thing is clear, people want answers now more than ever, and the real truth is only starting to surface. What do you think? Is Tyler telling the truth or just trying to cover his guilt? Drop your thoughts below.
The nation was left stunned when news broke that conservative activist Charlie Kirk had been assassinated during what was supposed to be a routine public appearance. What began as a normal day quickly turned into chaos, igniting a massive manhunt that would dominate headlines for days. This video walks through the complete timeline of this tragic event, from the chilling moments leading up to the shooting, to the collection of key evidence, and finally to the dramatic arrest of the suspected shooter. Understanding this timeline helps reveal how quickly an ordinary gathering unraveled into a deadly attack that shocked millions.
So there's somebody on the roof right there? Just saying?
You think he'd already be in place?
You would think that. So there's somebody on the roof right there? Just saying? He just ran from, over, where's my finger?
You're so smart. Show the world how smart you are. We'll give you our mic, not your bullhorn. So come on up. So now we know that you're like a blatant narcissist that needs attention at all times to cut in line. Tell us what's so pressing that you needed to interrupt us before he could even talk.
So,
let's talk about the 200 people deported without due process to El Salvador. I don't know if you saw this morning, but a United States citizen was actually deported.
It was not a U.S. citizen. That's not correct.
Liar.
It's not a U.S. citizen. It was actually...
Come on.
No, it was someone that was
Liar.
living here. Yeah, it was not a U.S. citizen.
Hey, this guy just f***ing lies. It's not.
No.
Hey, no. You wanna have a debate, but you don't.
It was
debate.
not a U.S. citizen. First of all.
You wanna have a debate, but you actually don't debate. There's nothing more ill-faith than this.
So
you're not.
we already have a mic.
Name 2 times. Name 2 times where you've changed
Show me you're losing without telling me you're losing.
What? So you're just going to lie?
Well, first of all, it's not a U.S. citizen. He was living here for a while. He was part of MS-13. Answer yes or no.
Okay.
Should members of a terrorist organization be able to stay in the United States after they've murdered, raped, and gone after American citizens?
Obviously, no.
So we have deported those people back to their country.
The Fifth Amendment
That's what they've done.
calls for due
The Fifth
process.
Amendment does not apply to foreign
That's
citizens
bullshit.
that are here
it says
illegally.
all persons.
No. It's only to U.S. citizens.
That's a lie. He's a liar.
So, okay.
He can't debate. He just lies.
You've now sworn like 3 times. Let's just
What,
calm
you don't
down
like
a little
freedom
bit.
of speech?
Well, I mean, you could say whatever you want if you want to make a fool of yourself, but we do have like 10-year-olds here and 11-year-olds, so can we
don't
have some
care.
decency?
Whatever.
Okay, you don't care. You're a typical leftist because you only care about yourself,
Who said I was
not
a
about the
leftist?
other people.
Who said I was a leftist?
Well, it's very clear by how you're acting.
We might finally know what pushed this man to act, and who he was living with might explain everything. So here's what we just learned, and honestly, it changes everything. Tyler Robinson, the man responsible for ending Charlie Kirk's life, was not just some random loner. He was actually living with a transgender person, someone transitioning from male to female. FBI officials even say that they were romantically involved. That partner is now talking to investigators, and authorities believe that this relationship might be one of the biggest keys to understanding why this happened. Think about that for a second. Charlie Kirk has been one of the loudest voices when it comes to gender identity, trans issues, and now the man accused of taking his life lives with a transgender person that they live with those opinions every single day. Investigators are looking at everything: text messages between Tyler Robinson and his partner, messages, and if his partner knew about the incident and what Tyler Robinson was about to do to Charlie Kirk. His father is the one who turned him in, and FBI has the weapon, the casings, and everything except a clear motive, and Tyler Robinson is not talking to them yet. And this is why people are paying so much attention. This is not just a political case because this man did not enjoy what Charlie Kirk was talking about. What Charlie Kirk talked about directly influenced Tyler Robinson's romantic relationships. And honestly, we're probably just scratching the surface, and the next few days of what the FBI uncovers is probably going to tell us a whole lot more.
Tyler Robinson.
As Tyler Robinson graduated Pineview High School in 2021, photos and videos from his mother's Facebook page show him as a high achiever, graduating with such a strong academic record that he won a 4-year scholarship.
Congratulations, you have been selected to receive the Resident Presidential Scholarship from Utah State University. The value of this scholarship is approximately $32,000.
But Robinson did not use all 4 years of that scholarship. He took a leave of absence after just 1 semester, according to Utah State University, and enrolled at Dixie Technical College in the Electrical Apprentice program. It appears Robinson lived near his family at an apartment in St. George, where today, law enforcement was at this complex. FBI technicians gathered evidence at the apartment. A neighbor described Robinson as super reclusive. This apartment is 3 hours away from Utah Valley, the site of the shooting. He lived here with a roommate who showed police messages.
The content of these messages included messages affiliated with the contact Tyler, stating a need to retrieve a rifle from a drop point, leaving the rifle in a bush.
In the woods near the school, investigators found that rifle, along with bullet casings engraved with messages, some referring to online memes and video games, others seemingly political.
Hey fascist! Exclamation point. Catch! Exclamation point. A second unfired casing read, "Oh Bella Ciao, Bella Ciao, Bella Ciao, Ciao Ciao."
That inscription, Bella Ciao, appears to reference an Italian anti-Nazi folk song, which has been used in recent years on video games and a TV show. Robinson's voter registration doesn't show any political leaning. He registered as unaffiliated with any party and had not voted in the last 2 general elections. But he had recently become more political. A family member described what he said at a dinner.
In the conversation with another family member, Robinson mentioned Charlie Kirk was coming to UVU. They talked about why they didn't like him and the viewpoints that he had. The family member also stated Kirk was full of hate and spreading hate.
It was his family and a friend who turned Robinson into the sheriff's department. Among the clues, investigators say they got footprints from Converse shoes when the suspect jumped off the roof. Photos show Robinson wearing Converse in several pictures, similar to surveillance photos captured at Utah Valley.
In the hours leading up to the incident, Kirk appeared calm and collected, interacting with supporters and preparing to speak. Unbeknownst to him, the alleged shooter was reportedly lurking nearby, observing from a distance. Surveillance footage later revealed the suspect pacing the venue perimeter, seemingly waiting for an opportunity to strike. As Kirk exited the stage later that evening, the unimaginable happened. Multiple gunshots rang out, sending the crowd into a frantic panic. Security rushed to shield nearby attendees as people scrambled for cover. Emergency responders arrived within minutes and transported Kirk to a hospital, where he was pronounced dead shortly afterward.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We got him. On the evening of September 11th, a family member of Tyler Robinson reached out to a family friend who contacted the Washington County Sheriff's Office with information that Robinson had confessed to them or implied that he had committed the incident. This information was relayed to the Utah County Sheriff's Office and scene investigators at Utah Valley University. This information was also conveyed to the FBI. Investigators reviewed additional video footage from UVU surveillance and identified Robinson arriving on UVU campus in a gray Dodge Challenger at approximately 8:29 a.m. on September 10th, in which he is observed on video in a plain maroon t-shirt, light-colored shorts, a black hat with a white logo, and light-colored shoes. When encountered in person by investigators in Washington County on September 12th, in the early morning hours, Robinson was observed in consistent clothing with those surveillance images. Investigators interviewed a family member of Robinson who stated that Robinson had become more political in recent years. The family member referenced a recent incident in which Robinson came to dinner prior to September 10th, and in the conversation with another family member, Robinson mentioned Charlie Kirk was coming to UVU. They talked about why they didn't like him and the viewpoints that he had. The family member also stated Kirk was full of hate and spreading hate. The family member also confirmed Robinson had a gray Dodge Challenger. Investigators identified an individual as the roommate of Robinson. Investigators interviewed that roommate, who stated that his roommate, referring to Robinson, made a joke on Discord. Investigators asked if he would show them the messages on Discord. He opened it and showed several messages to investigators and allowed investigators to take photos of the screen as each message was shown by Robinson's roommate. These photos consisted of various messages, including content of messages between the phone contact named Tyler with an emoji icon and Robinson's roommate's device. The content of these messages included messages affiliated with the contact Tyler, stating a need to retrieve a rifle from a drop point, leaving the rifle in a bush, messages related to visually watching the area where a rifle was left, and a message referring to having left the rifle wrapped in a towel. The messages also refer to engraving bullets and a mention of a scope and the rifle being unique. Messages from the contact Tyler also mentioned that he had changed outfits. I know there has been speculation as well as to the writing on those casings, those bullet casings, and I believe we have that as well. And I will share that with you now. So the area north of Campus Drive Road where the suspect crossed over, you saw some of that in the video that we released last night, consists of a grassy area with trees on the edge of the UVU campus. Investigators discovered a bolt-action rifle wrapped in a dark-colored towel. The rifle was determined to be a Mauser Model 98 30-06 caliber bolt-action rifle. The rifle had a scope mounted on top of it. Investigators noted inscriptions that had been engraved on casings found with the rifle. Inscriptions on a fired casing read, "Notices, bulges, capital OWO, what's this, question mark." Inscriptions on the 3 unfired casings read, "Hey fascist, exclamation point, catch, exclamation point." Up arrow symbol, right arrow, and symbol, and 3 down arrow symbols. A second unfired casing read, "Oh Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Chow Chow." And a third unfired casing read, "If you read this, you are gay, LMAO.
Scam, so I drove 4 hours here just so I could debate you on this. I've been in school for 4 years majoring in English, and my education means a lot to me. I put in a lot of work to be here.
What school?
University of Utah.
Okay, cool.
And so I find it extremely disrespectful for you to say that college is a scam, not just to me, but everyone here that's also going to school.
What's your favorite Charles Dickens book?
That was like Push For, like I Come For, like that's like all around there.
No, tell me, which one?
The 6th one.
I can't hear what you're saying.
Just like the one like with Bushmere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, how about your favorite Jane Austen novel?
Oh, I don't know who that is. Jane Austen?
You're an English major.
Yeah. Well, it's like I come for, so it's like.
What's your favorite? I'm gonna give you another chance.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Jane Austen novel?
Harry Potter.
You've been there for 4 years?
4.5. Well, I have one more question.
You are proving that college is indeed a scam.
Okay. Well, my dad paid a lot of money so I could go to college, and I just think...
Authorities immediately locked down the area, launching a large-scale investigation to track the shooter. Crime scene technicians collected bullet casings, combed through surveillance footage, and took witness statements from over 24 attendees. A crucial breakthrough came from a nearby camera that captured the suspect fleeing the scene in a dark sedan. Law enforcement quickly issued alerts across state lines, coordinating a multi-agency manhunt. Within 48 hours, officers located the suspect at a motel, where he was taken into custody without incident. Ballistic testing later confirmed that the weapon recovered from the scene matched the bullets that killed Kirk, cementing the case against the accused shooter. The assassination of Charlie Kirk sent shockwaves through the political landscape and sparked intense public debate about security at high-profile events. For millions of his supporters, the loss was deeply personal, a sudden, violent end to a figure they admired. While the rapid arrest of the suspect brought some measure of closure, it also underscored just how vulnerable public figures can be. This tragedy has reignited urgent questions about political extremism, the role of social media in fueling threats, and what can be done to prevent such attacks in the future. As the legal process unfolds, the memory of this event will remain a stark reminder of how quickly violence can erupt and how vital swift action is in the pursuit of justice. If you found this timeline informative, please consider liking this video, sharing it to spread awareness, and subscribing to this channel for more in-depth coverage of major breaking stories. Together, we can stay informed, vigilant, and committed to understanding the events that shape our world.